Goodwill brings to you the weekly share market update dated the 6th of July, 2024. Talking about the corporate segment, we have shares of Danora India soared 20% to hit an upper circuit of 2007.6 rupees apiece on July 2nd after it bagged an order worth 38.71 rupees crore from Nuclear Power Corporation of India for refurbishment of 4 seawater electrochlorination systems. Italy-based Danora company supplies technology for production of chlorine, caustic soda, and derivatives for the chlor-alkali industry. It also helps in installation and operation of electrodes, the electrical conductors used to run electrochemical processes. In an exchange filing, the company stated that they have to supply 12 assembled C-chlor electrolyzers for CS fabricated skid complete with FRP or GRS junction box. They will also dismantle, install, commission for set of electrolyzers and skid supplied to Nuclear Power Corporation of India. The supply is estimated to be complete within 24 months from the date of procurement order. Shares of Godrej Properties rallied over 5% to touch new all-time high of 3,337.8 rupees per share on July 2nd after it sold over 2,000 homes worth over 3,150 rupees crore at the launch of its project Godrej Woodscapes in Bengaluru, Karnataka. So far this year, the stock of this realty major skyrocketed over 65% as compared to 10% rise in the benchmark NIFTY 50 index. At the Whitefield Budija Cross property in Bengaluru, Godrej Properties sold over 3.4 million square feet of project area, marking its most successful quarter launch in terms of both value and volume. This achievement represents the 6th project across 4 different cities in the past year to achieve inventory sales exceeding 2,000 rupees crore at launch. The success of Godrej Woodscapes has driven over 500% quarter-on-quarter sales growth for Godrej Properties in Bengaluru, surpassing its full-year financial year 2024 sales in South India within the first quarter. Earlier, Godrej Properties achieved substantial sales figures with various projects. For instance, Godrej Jardinier in Sector 146 Noida surpassed 2,000 rupees crore in sales during Quarter 1, financial year 2025. Wockhardt shares have been on a skyward journey, surging close to 40% in 5 consecutive sessions and hitting a 52-week high of 943 rupees on July 3rd. Bullishness over the company stems from 2 of its promising antibiotics, which are heading closer to a probable launch in India. This comes after the company's investigational antibiotic drug Zanic, filed as WCK 5222, managed to successfully treat a cancer patient in the US, marking the first such instance. On top of that, the drug maker has also applied to the Drug Controller General of India for nifithromycin, filed as WCK 4873 and used to treat pneumonia. The company also stated that it would launch the product in a couple of months after the approval comes. The drug holds the potential to seize market share from azithromycin due to its superior results and quicker efficacy. Wockhardt has secured 2 patents for this drug, with expirations in 2031 and 2037, providing ample time to capitalize on its robust R&D efforts. The company plans to launch nifithromycin in India in the coming months, founder Chairman Habal F. Korakiwala told NDTV Profit earlier this year. Shares of iRaider jumped nearly 6% on July 3rd to touch an all-time high of 218.85 rupees on the National Stock Exchange amid high volumes. As 1.37 million shares of the company traded in a bunch transaction, signaling notable investor interest and activity in the stock. In the previous session, as many as 50 lakh shares of iRaider changed hands in a block deal. The number of shares that changed hands amounted to 0.16% of the total equity. The total transaction value of the block deal was said to be 100 rupees crore. Another block took place in iRaider last week, where 89.2 lakh shares, or 0.35% of the total equity worth 189.4 rupees crore changed hands. The transaction took place at an average price of 213 rupees per share. Recently, iRaider CMD Pradeep Kumar Das said that the company has requested the government to allow it to carry out a follow-on public offer as it will need further equity infusion considering the pace at which it is growing. Through the FPO, iRaider seeks to raise between 4,000 rupees crore to 5,000 rupees crore, he said in an interview with CNBC TV 18. Das also mentioned that IRADA has also requested the Finance Ministry to be included under Section 54 EC of the Income Tax Act, which will help the company reduce borrowing costs. Shares of dermatological solutions provider Kaya were locked in the 10% upper circuit after the announcement of a collaboration with Marico. The FMCG major will exclusively handle sales and marketing of Kaya's 75+ efficacious science-based personal care products outside of Kaya's clinics. The collaboration will leverage the established expertise and capabilities of both companies and unlock the untapped growth potential of the brand by enhancing its presence and accessibility across markets and channels, the company informed in a regulatory filing. Kaya offers an extensive portfolio of dermatologist-recommended products, ranging from daily essentials to specialized solutions for acne, brightening, sun care, anti-aging and hair care. Kaya's products are currently available across e-commerce marketplaces and 70+ Kaya skin clinics across India. Up to March 31, 2013, Kaya Business was conducted as subsidiaries of Marico. Following the demerger of Kaya Business from Marico, the Kaya Business has been conducted by Kaya and its subsidiaries. Shares of Persistent Systems cruised 4% to scale a new all-time high of 4,760 rupees on July 4, extending gains for a sixth trading session in a row, after acquiring US-based Starfish Associates for around $20.7 million. The acquisition bodes well for the company as it will build its engineering capabilities and expand its AI-driven business transformation, the company said in a regulatory filing on July 3. The integration of Starfish Associates platform greatly enhances our unified communications and contact center management offerings as this industry undergoes significant disruption on the back of AI-led innovations, the company's chief executive officer and executive director Sandeep Kulra said. Following the development, ICICI Securities maintained its ADA rating to the stock and stated that the acquisition is favorable for the Pune-based company as it augments AI offerings. We reckon that RA's impact, especially generative AI, on the BPO business will be most drastic and immediate among other service lines, the brokerage stated in a recent note. The total acquisition size is approximately $20.7 million, comprising an upfront payment of $15.4 million to shareholders, subject to customary adjustments for working capital, debt, and cash at closing, and a maximum cumulative earnout of $5.1 million to eligible sellers over the next 2 years. Shares of Thermax Limited surged 5% after Thermax Group announced that its subsidiary secured an order worth 513 rupees crore to set up a 600 megawatts greenfield energy project in Botswana, Southern Africa. The Pune-headquartered group's wholly owned unit Thermax Babcock and Wilcox Energy Solutions Limited will supply two 550 TPH CFBC, circulating fluidized bed combustion, boilers over a period of 23 months, the firm said in an exchange filing on July 5. This contract will provide support to the development of the first phase, i.e. the 300 megawatts power station being established by the undisclosed customer, the firm said. TWS will undertake the designing, engineering, manufacturing, testing, supply, supervision of erection and commissioning, and performance testing for the project, the filing said. The power generated is intended for sale to the National Utility Power Company for sustaining the growing power requirement of the country, according to the stock filing. We are delighted to win the order to support and accelerate power generation efforts in the region of Botswana. Our expertise in design, engineering and manufacturing boilers focused on lower emissions, reduced operating costs and higher reliability for the power sector through TBWES has led to this win, said Ashish Bundori, MD and CEO, Thermax. Mazagon Dock Shipbuilders Limited has moved up by 32.8% this week with a change of 1,404.35 points. It has traded with a net volume of 47.999 million shares. The share is currently trading at the price level of 5,685.80 against the previous closing price of 4,281.45. Meanwhile, the share price is trading above its moving average 3,841.73, which is a good indication for the stock. The stock has made the highest move to 58.60 points this week, while shares are trading with a relative strength index of around 91.13. Mazagon Dock Shipbuilders Limited has moved up by 29.1% this week with a change of 611.55 points. It has traded with a net volume of 41.123 million shares. The share is currently trading at the price level of 2,710.65 against the previous closing price of 2099.10. Meanwhile, the share price is trading above its moving average 1,731.14, which is a good indication for the stock. The stock has made the highest move to 2,833.80 points this week, while shares are trading with a relative strength index of around 89.69. Cochin Shipyard Limited has moved up by 28.1% this week with a change of 622.45 points. It has traded with a net volume of 43.68 million shares. The share is currently trading at the price level of 2,837.60 against the previous closing price of 2,215.15. Meanwhile, the share price is trading above its moving average 2048.43, which is a good indication for the stock. The stock has made the highest move to 29.24 points this week, while shares are trading with a relative strength index of around 92.54. Nifty is currently in positive trend. If you are holding long positions, then continue to hold with daily closing stop loss of 24,115. Fresh short position can be initiated if Nifty closes below 24,115 levels. Nifty support levels are 24,207, 24,091 and 24,013. Nifty resistance levels are 24,402, 24,479 and 24,596. Bank Nifty is currently in positive trend. If you are holding long positions, then continue to hold with daily closing stop loss of 52,296. Fresh short position can be initiated if Bank Nifty closes below 52,296 levels. Bank Nifty support levels are 52,361, 52,062 and 51,833. Bank Nifty resistance levels are 52,889, 53,117 and 53,417.
You can reach us via phone, WhatsApp, or email using the information listed on the screen. Thank you for joining us today. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more financial insights. And, as always, if you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover in future videos, leave them in the comments section below. Until next time, happy investing.